I see dead people.
Put that on that beat, go.
Aye. Monster on the beat, ho, Debo, any rap nigga, he a free throw, man down, call her Amber Lambs, tell him breathe, bro, nail a nigga to the cross, he walk around like Tizo. What's up with these jabroni ass niggas trying to...
Hip hop is a sport, so we're here to talk our House Divided Sports. Welcome back to another episode of House Divided Sports podcast, man. My name is Dwayne. I'm here with my guys, Smoog and Chubbs. Y'all know where to follow us, hdsportspod everywhere. We'll be back and active on all social media, man. Took a hiatus, but we're back. Clips dropping, everything dropping. So make sure you guys follow us everywhere, HC Sports Pod. Fellas, how are we doing after a crazy weekend? We had some rap battles. You know, we had Odell signing to the Dolphins. We had Anthony Edwards, the guy I said on this podcast 2 years ago would be the face of the league. As we last spotted, not only did he eliminate the Suns, went out, and now Denver's down 2-0. Fellas, how we doing?
I'm doing sensational.
I'm good.
How about the Thunder?
Where y'all want to start? Where do you
How about
want
them Thunder?
Thunder Vans. They played
Say nothing about them.
We can start with the Thunder. Played the Mavericks last night. And obviously they won in spectacular fashion. Got help from their bench, you know. Got some Isaiah Joe. Isaiah Joe came in the game and they hit 4 threes in a row. I said, this shit's over. When I saw those 4 threes, it wasn't him, but he hit one. And J Dub hit one. I think Shea hit one. And somebody else hit another one.
Andrew Wiggins,
yeah. I was like,
that's a Terp right there. He a Terp.
I was like, this shit's over. This shit is over. So, how we doing, man? How we doing?
We doing good. My predictions, I think I was half and half. Lakers got eliminated. I mean, we ain't pod since that happened. Lakers got eliminated. Tragic thing about Aaron Wing. I said Andrew. Aaron. The tragic thing about the Lakers situation is they were up double digits at one point in every single one of them games and somehow lost the game. Not somehow. Jamal Murray just played unreal that last game. Hurt, by the way. And Jokic is just unstoppable, even though AD was stopping him here and there. I think if they probably would have won game 1 or 2, when they were up late in the game, the series probably could have, turned out different. But as soon as they went down 3-0, I was like, all right, it's a big hill to climb. You know what I mean? But it's just tragic because they were up.
Darrell got fired. Do you think Darrell should have gotten fired?
Yeah. I mean, the only thing that sucks is what happens usually with LeBron's coaches if they don't win championships. But I think it was warranted. Like I said, they were up, Wayne. They were up late in a lot of them games and somehow collapsed. And I'm sorry. I know that might look bad on the internet and seeing that stuff, but and I know LeBron James is LeBron James and he's arguably the GOAT. But you're the head coach. You should never be having your players take the board from you and draw up a play in the huddle. You're the head coach of the Los Angeles Lakers. That just makes me believe you really didn't know what the hell to do. And you can't be the Los Angeles Lakers head coach and not know what to do. In game situations. That's a big job to have. You coach LeBron James and Anthony Davis and a really good basketball team. That team was not trash. Even though Rui Hachimura, I don't know what you were trying to do those last couple games. You try to put team on your back in situations and that's not your role. It's not your role.
Know your role and shut your mouth?
Yeah, you're jabroni. Yeah. Yep. It just sucks for them. I'm glad that the Minnesota Timberwolves are punching the Nuggets in the mouth. It seems like already off the jump.
Yeah, before we get to that, let's just talk about the Lakers and stuff, right? I want to stay there first. So Obviously, Darvin got fired, right? And I have a question for you guys. One, was Darvin Ham scapegoated? And two, if LeBron continues to play, let's say another 3 years, and doesn't win a championship, continues to get bounced out of the playoffs in round one continuously, is that going to hurt his legacy? I want to start with Smoke.
I think he's going to be seen as a tryhard. I don't think it's going to hurt his legacy per se. I think he has a goal. I think we all know the goal right now is for him to play with his son, develop his son. Obviously, he will be competing for a championship. You're not going to play basketball and not compete. So, if he falls short, I do think, it will kind of put a blemish on his, legacy, but not really. Still all-time leading in points, top 10 in a lot of stats, kind of top foot. It's actually top in a lot of stats. So, and still being able to perform in his 40s will be crazy. So I think right now we're just appreciating LeBron while we still have a lot of LeBron fans, I would say. I wouldn't say that we're hurt his legacy because I'm a fan of him, and we're just appreciate him being in the NBA because once he's gone, he's gone. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to see greatness out of the league. But obviously there are a lot of upcoming stars. But I don't think if he continues to play, it's necessarily ring chasing. That's the point I'm trying to make. It's more so to just play with his son, still play basketball. With the fans what they want. So yeah, I really
Ups.
If that were to happen, I mean, let me be honest with y'all. Like the fact that he's just still playing at a high level and he's about to turn 40, like that's impressive by itself. No 40-year-old probably would do what he ends up doing the next season. You know what I mean? But in terms of his legacy, if he doesn't win another ring, I don't think he can. I mean, it's going to be an argument still, depending on like certain fans. And like, let me just say this: I'm a LeBron fan. That's my favorite player of all time. He can no longer be considered the GOAT, but he can be considered the best of all time because he'll have all the statistics to prove it. Like, if you guys really understand, there is a difference from the GOAT and the BOAT. He'll probably be the best player of all time to play basketball because his stats will lead in multiple categories. But he won't be the greatest because at the end of the day, rings do matter. Now, if he were to win a ring at 40, that is a big accolade to have. That'd be crazy impressive if he was a top 2 player on the team and you won a ring at 40. Like that's why he needs to win a ring if he wants to be considered the greatest of all time. Now, if it doesn't happen, like I said, I think he won't be considered the greatest anymore. You can't have that conversation with Mike, but he can be considered the best of all time. So
he has to win in order to continue to be in the GOAT all time.
I think.
But there are people who still aren't going to call him the GOAT. There's always Jordan.
Yeah, I get that, but he's in the conversation at least. So I'm saying if he loses the next 3, I kind of agree. If he keeps going, there's such thing as staying too long. Like somebody I think who stayed too long is Shaq. Shaq stayed too long trying to hop on and get rings, and he just slowly started deteriorating. Unlike Shaq, though, LeBron is still playing at a high level. You still say he's top 10, but if you're going to play at a high level in the regular season, we really don't give a shit about that. You got to play at a high level in the playoffs.
I think
he was playing at a high level, though.
That's what I think he's really like, I don't know. I just really don't think he's ring chasing. I don't know. I just don't think LeBron's ring chasing.
As long as LeBron
plays bad, he's not ring chasing. I feel like
he's not ring chasing. He's record chasing.
He's competing to win a ring. He's not, obviously nobody's going out there to not win a ring, but he's not saying, "Oh, I got to win a ring. I got to win a ring." I don't think that's LeBron's mentality.
He's record chasing.
That's all. Yeah, but you got to think about it. I would give LeBron the pass if he wasn't playing with somebody else that's also considered a top 10 player in the league.
But you gotta remember when the same thing happened with Kyrie, bro, and they lost. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like it's not like they're losing to scrubs though. And LeBron's losses, LeBron has lost to scrubs. Like being in the championship game 10 years straight is insane. I don't think that is insane.
No, it's insane.
And people say, "Oh, well, he only got 4." Bro, I still got there 10 times in a row. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, again, it's opinionated. Whether it's Jordan, I feel like whether it's Jordan or LeBron, Kobe's not in that conversation as much anymore. Respect to Kobe, but it's just LeBron's just playing because he's the player. I feel like he's the player of like 3 generations. Like if we're being honest, he's literally the player of 3 generations. And he's going to play as long as he can, especially because he's playing on a high level. So not winning, because again, there are players like Steph Curry, there are players who have the same amount of rings as him, and people already argue that they're better than him. So the argument is always going to be, oh, LeBron's not the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? So playing more it's just going to show how much more great he is, because he's 43 more years ago, he'll be 42, 43 playing basketball. What? At a high level, averaging 25, that's unheard of. But I don't know. Again, that might be a biased opinion, but I don't know.
I was kind of like alluding to that, like, which is why I think if he does win a ring at that age, like, yeah, I personally think that.
Who if you play for 40? Doesn't mean shit if you don't win.
Yeah.
So if he wins, but do you think people gonna be like, oh? It's going to be is it going to be? But is that going to be the narrative? Oh, he won at 40, or is it going to be like now he has no? But is it going to be like he has? But that's. But I feel like the fact that he's playing at 40 is enough. Like,
but if he plays at 40, and think about it, Tom Brady ring with the Bucs is so impressive because how old he was, and he won. Obviously in a super team, but he still won.
I don't think. But my point is, that ring really means a lot if he's like the top 2 player on that team. He can't be on.
Yeah. He got to be. Yeah, he got to be a top 2 player.
He can't be like I'm going to give you 20 points and
again.
You know what I mean? Like you got to give me 25 plus.
Like LeBron James is in the league. LeBron James is the best player.
Oh, I know. I know, but you guys understand what I'm saying.
And y'all know what I mean. Y'all know what I mean when I say that. Y'all know what I mean when I say that.
He's a superstar. He can't win that ring with a team like with AD and KD and you know what I mean, and another point guard that's not not bad.
Why not though?
If he's still the best player on the team, it don't matter.
Yeah.
If he's arguably the best, like if he's in an argument for the best player on the team and he wins the championship, he solidifies his GOAT status.
But if he's out there just giving you role minutes, but not saying
Bron might give me 25 plus 6
but he would never do that.
I know. I'm saying
like
it would never
when
happen.
When it comes to Bron, bro, I feel like
Bron will retire before he can't do that.
Right. And I feel like when it comes to him, like he can definitely just take over games if he wants to. He just doesn't be doing that.
He got pick it and now. He got pick and choose because he gets tired.
Exactly.
He got to pick and choose one. Because we saw that fourth quarter versus the Nuggets. If he would have made that 3, legendary Bron moment. You know what I'm saying? But he missed it. And then John Murray came down with that shit. So you know what I'm saying? Who do we think the Lakers' next coach should be?
My opinion, I don't think he should be fired in the first place.
I think if you blow so many 20-point, when you blow so many 20-point leads, smooth.
But the thing is, especially if LeBron isn't going to pick up his contract again to LA, why is he getting fired?
Because LeBron's going to be back on LA, and
the problem is that a lot of coaches can't play with LeBron. LeBron played against Darvin Ham in the NBA, so how are you going to tell LeBron what to do?
So you know what
That's
coach?
The problem.
If they sign this coach, he will be back in LA.
Do not say JJ Redick.
If they give JJ Redick the job, he will be back in LA.
JJ Redick will not get the job.
I'm telling you, if he signs JJ Redick, if they sign JJ Redick, he will be back in LA, guaranteed. Which is why I can see LA do that.
There are too many coaches that can. I don't know if we're talking about coaching LeBron or coaching the Lakers.
I mean, Tyronn Lue is going to be available, but I think he should stay.
He probably won't be available.
Spo need to get out of money.
No, I'm out of here. I think Mike Budenholzer would be a good coach for him.
I don't know. I don't know about that. I think Mike Budenholzer is a great coach, but like great coaches sometimes don't mesh well with LeBron for some reason. Like I thought, who won the championship with LeBron in the bubble? Well, he was a good coach.
How the fuck did Thanos get an Achilles tear?
I don't know. That's why I saw that and I was like, what? What did he do?
What you
What?
call him, bro?
Thanos.
You call him
Thanos, bro. That's his name. Oh, no, it's Thanasis.
Thanos.
An ass.
Syllables.
Thanasis, Thanos. I gotta get Thanos.
Let's get the whole thing.
How he probably heard his shit trying to help that nigga to the locker room when he got hurt. I'll tell you the game. Listen, Giannis got hurt, and I saw this man get him and lead the game in the middle of the game. I was so confused. So he's not on the team. He played for Giannis.
I don't know.
Yeah, I read it. I thought it was Giannis at first. I was getting ready to talk about it, but it's not.
It's Thanos.
Thanasis.
Be honest.
All right, how do we feel? So first of all, can I get apologies for when I said Anthony Edwards is going to be the face of the league? You guys laughed at me.
Hey.
One mic, please. One mic. You guys laughed at me. You guys ridiculed me, bashed me, told me I was crazy for saying somebody that was, first of all, the number one overall pick in the draft had considerations to become a face of the league in a couple years. So can I get my apologies?
Who bashed
First of all, who bashed you and who disagreed?
That's what I'm curious.
All right, don't worry. I'm going to find an episode.
Who bashed you?
The two people.
I think we all
bashed you.
I think we all had our opinions on who would be the face of the league. And I think you said Ant, and we probably was like,
We probably didn't agree, but we didn't bash you.
We didn't say that was a terrible pick.
hey, but wait, you know what? I will say sorry and apologize.
I'm not
you
saying
apologize
sorry.
to me for saying the Miami Heat were contenders.
Speaking of which, we didn't talk about them. We didn't talk about them, but we didn't talk about us.
So we lost.
They
but
lost.
we were contenders. We got hurt.
Say Wayne.
Our best player on the team, and he even confirmed it by saying Boston ass will be home right now if I can play.
Hey, HT Sports. We talking ifs?
Yeah, we talking ifs.
Oh, we talking ifs now. We talking ifs now, DL.
First of all, once he got hurt and couldn't play, I conceded. So like, I don't understand what's the argument.
We talking ifs.
I conceded once he no longer can play.
So.
But what we need to talk about how Jason Tatum been the third best player on his team in this playoff run.
Second
behind who?
Derek White.
As long as we know Derek White get the best player.
Hey, yo, Derek White. If Derek White win MVP, bro, that's gonna be hilarious, bro. There's no way he can push.
Jaylen Brown been better than him too. Smooth.
No, Jaylen Brown played better than him last game. Stop.
He been better than him all playoffs. Smooth.
So we're not watching JT get double teamed and like having to do other things on the court, bro. By default.
That is right, but I'm not making the same thing happens with Luka and Kyrie playing better than him.
They're winning. It's not like they're losing. They're winning. He's making a sacrifice.
You better win with Derek White. Go for 30 every game.
I'm not doing this.
Hey, how long is KP out for?
He probably just out the series because
he's probably not going to play.
Don't need to play. He don't need to play really.
He probably won't be back to the finals if they make the finals.
Jared Allen's not playing, so it's not really a big deal. Or he wasn't, I should say. But
no, I mean,
anyway,
I can admit Derek White's been better than them, but Tatum has been playing terrible.
Has Tatum been a top 10 player in these playoffs?
In these playoffs.
So I'm gonna give you some names. Was he better than Tyrese Maxey in the first round?
No, because I would say no. Tyrese was putting team on his back at times.
Was he better than Joel Embiid first round?
See, I think Tyrese was carrying team at times, and Joel was.
The numbers say when Joel wasn't on the court, they were ass. When he was on
Well,
the
all
court,
right then. I mean, you could say when Joel plays, yes, he made a bigger
obviously
impact.
he wasn't better than Jalen Brunson, right? We agree that.
Jalen Brunson is hooping, Dio. That's how will let you know. He
Yeah,
is
that's
hooping.
my pick. That's
He's
my
hooping.
one. That's my number one option.
Jalen Brunson been the best player in these playoffs.
He been balling. He had
been,
5 games straight with 40 or something like that.
He would have been better than that.
Then in the Eastern
And has
Conference,
a better team too.
Wait,
And has a
time
better
out.
team.
Smooth. Ant is in the
And
West.
has
You
a
said
better
best in the
team.
Eastern Conference. He hasn't been.
No, I said. Oh, I was talking about all basketball.
And has a better team, though, Wayne. And has and Jalen Brunson's smaller. We don't see that from a guard.
First of all, I don't want to hear
stature.
nothing about that. I don't want to hear nothing about that better team shit when Josh Hart's giving you 25 and 12.
Yo, Josh Hart be getting like 13 rebounds, bro.
That's
like,
what I'm saying.
Hey, that's
You've
that
been
Villanova
when
connection.
Josh Hart giving you 20 apiece. I'm not hearing no better team logic, Smooth. I'm not. I've never seen Josh Hart shoot like this ever.
Hey,
I hate New York.
Vincenzo been snapping too, though.
I need Boston or New York to get upset because I don't want either of them to get to the conference finals. To the finals. And if I have to watch a Knicks Celtics conference finals, I'm gonna lose my mind. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Has he been? He hasn't. Has Tatum been better? Was Tatum better than Braun?
No.
Was he better than AD?
AB?
AD was streaky.
Yeah, I don't know. I might give Tatum the edge.
I wouldn't, but I'm gonna respect you guys. Shea, obviously no.
Right? No.
Not better than Jokic.
No, not better than Jamal Murray.
All right, that's more than 10.
He haven't done more. He ain't been doing more than
better
10.
than Paulo?
I can't say yes. I can't say yes. Paulo was but Paulo did have big games. He just lost.
He wasn't better than D Mitch either.
Wasn't better than Chet.
He wasn't better than Kyrie.
Luka?
They on par. Both of them been disappointing. But Luka's hurt. Can't see Luka's hurt.
Boo, he's playing. That's not an excuse.
I was waiting for him to say that. I was waiting for him to say it.
All right, bro. So time out. Let's slow it down.
Don't just start box score watching for me, Smooth, because we're watching the game.
I'm not because I told you I watched the game. You know I watched the game. You know I watched the Celtics game. If he's getting double teamed, we can kind of put 2 and 2 together.
But I'm saying you don't start reading his rebounding stats to me.
I'm not. I was looking at his shot attempts, bro. He only took 9 shots in game 2.
Yeah, because he can't carry.
So we're saying he's not playing. He's not top 10 because he doesn't have to be top 10, basically. All right, I'll take it.
Yeah. Can I get your predictions? You guys predictions for the second round?
OKC advances.
First of all, let's talk about LA Clippers real quick.
Oh yeah.
What we think is gonna happen there?
Paul George will not be on that team next year. Paul George, Russ, will be James Harden and Kawhi moving forward.
You said Russ, James Harden, Kawhi?
No. This is James Harden and Kawhi and Norman Powell. Those will be the people on that team moving forward.
Kawhi cannot. Kawhi. What do you think about Kawhi?
Kawhi is, how can I call it? What is the best?
4 games played out of 19 playoff games.
Kawhi is just Brandon Roy with a longer career.
5 years. It's who?
That's crazy.
Brandon Roy with a longer career.
That's crazy. I feel bad for him.
Yeah, man. I think it's over for Kawhi, first of all. If I was a team, I would not give him another contract because that's 3 postseasons now he hasn't played in, or has played in barely.
Games. He played 4 playoff games
in 3 years, right?
Yeah.
4 playoff games in 3 years. Yeah, you can't deal with that. Paul George can't play. I don't know if you guys saw Evan Turner say. He said he's the softest superstar. He makes the media.
Paul George is?
Yeah, he said Paul George and Embiid got on the team. It'll be the softest skilled team ever. It'll be the most skilled soft team in NBA history, is what he said. But Paul George is off. I think we all could agree that. Yeah, this is the biggest failure. This is worse than the Nets.
Coming from? Why is he being called soft? What happened?
What do you mean? He doesn't show up.
He performed pretty well, bro.
What did he do in that closeout game?
You can't just always base it on closeout games, though, bro. Like, what did he do
That's
in the game
the
before
biggest
that?
moment,
You see what he
DL?
did in the game before that, bro? Like, come on, like, hey. All right.
DL, bro. He finished the series with 18 and 15, bro.
You got two other stars on the team, bro.
What? Kawhi ain't playing? What you mean? We just him and Paul.
James, we can see on any given night, James Harden drop a double-double. Westbrook sucked. We was shooting 4 for 32.
Russ was ass. Once he started trying to fight people, that's when I was like, damn, bro. It was crazy, man. I saw Russ get down. I saw KD go down. I don't really care about the KD part, but Russ, Braun, the Heat lost, and then this shit happened to Drake. It's been a sad couple weeks for me, man. Some of my favorite people are just getting kicked around, knocked around. It's sad right now. But DL, you can't tell me Paul George he just doesn't show up over and over again.
I'll give you
his playoff stats this year. Like, bro, DL, game 1 he had 22, game 2 he had 22. Game 3 he had 7 points.
Hey man, that happens. LeBron had 8.
Then 33, then 15 and 8, bro. No. And that did not happen.
What was the average?
What you mean was the average?
What was the average?
Just
33?
Averages.
He dropped 33.
Booker averaged 25 because he averaged 40 because he scored 43 in the last game of the damn playoffs, but he didn't score above 17 the other 4 games they played. But because he scored 40 in the last one, his average went up to 25. So now when people go back in history and look at it, they're like, he didn't do that bad. He averaged 25. But in hindsight, he put up 14, 17, 14, got his ass kicked.
Negative 19, minus 19.
Yeah, he was bad. He was bad. Yeah.
We're slowly seeing our generation of players fall off.
Yeah, it's sad. It's sad to see, man. But yeah, give me your second rounds before we go ahead and get on to football. I'll start. I got the Celtics in 6. I got they're really only 5. Celtics, I give Donovan Mitchell 2 games. Celtics in 6. I got the Pacers in 6. Then they can beat the Knicks. And that's me hating. I got the Nuggets losing, so they're not winning. I got the T-Wolves in 5. I think the Nuggets get a win. And then I got the Mavericks in 7.
Man. Thunder in 6. T-Wolves in 4. Celtics in 5. Knicks in 6.
Oh, wow. Let me see. Trying to think of what I want to do. I'm obviously going to go. I think I'm obviously going to go OKC. OKC in 6 games. I got the Timberwolves in 6 games as well. The Knicks are playing. No, Cavs are playing the Celtics. I got the Celtics in 5, and then Pacers or Knicks. I got the Knicks in 7.
All right.
So if the T-Wolves sweep the Nuggets,
That's bad for Braun. I ain't want to get to that conversation. I just want to say it's bad.
Why does that automatically go back to Braun, bro? Why not Joker? Why we not talking about Joker?
Oh no! It's terrible for Jokic, especially if you see the way he playing. All that he needs Jamal Murray shit is true. Because right now Jamal hurt and can't be what he can be, and Jokic is looking like bye. So. You know what I'm saying? Definitely.
It's bad for Braun. But Braun catches straight bullets.
Damn, Braun. Because we were saying that because the crazy thing, a lot of people say, yo, obviously it's based on matches. But it was like, yo, they could play the T-Wolves, like they would have won. They play any other team, they would have won. And everybody was like, oh, the Lakers is the only team that could beat the Nuggets. And look, Nuggets about to get smoked. So
I would like to see Ant and Shea.
That would be a great battle. That would be a battle for the crown. Even though I don't think after what Kendrick did, a Canadian can ever be the face of anything again.
Shut up.
I'm just saying, bro.
Then I would like to see Ant and Tatum.
Oh my God. I can see that.
If that happens, I'm not saying nothing the whole series.
Ant versus Tatum, Ant versus Derek White. Let's get this right first. Ant versus Derek White. So let's get that correct.
You said it yourself, bro. When I gave you that scenario with Kyrie being on the he guard the perimeter.
Yeah, y'all like try to get rid of Derek White. I'm like, look, get rid of Derek White. Look at Derek White, right? I'm like, you know what I'm saying? All right, man. Let's go get into football, man. Get into football. So we're gonna grade these teams all seasons. We're gonna start in the AFC North and the AFC East, obviously, because that are the conference divisions our teams are in. So the first team we're gonna discuss is. Damn! Did I lose my damn thing? I definitely lost it, bro. I am sick. All right. The first team we're gonna start with is the Baltimore Ravens, Chubb squad, and we're gonna grade them on their draft picks. No, we're gonna start with who they picked up in this offseason. So they got Josh Johnson. Hey, big Josh Johnson signed a 1-year deal. Derrick Henry, of course, re-signed Nelson Aguilar or give him an extension. Got Dante Hardy, Josh Jones, re-signed Kyle Van Noy, Justin Metabuke, picked up Brett Urban, right? Got Chris Board, Malik Harrison, and Arthur Millette both re-signed. I had the draft picks up here, but it freaking went away. So, all right, here we go. And then their draft, obviously they got Nate Wiggins, Roger Rosengarten from, hopefully I said his name right. Probably didn't. Rosengarten from Washington, tackle. Adias Isaac from Edge from Penn State. Hez Walker from UNC. TJ Tampa in the 4th round. Rashawn Ali from Marshall. Devin Leary, Big Devin Leary. Nick Samick, and Sunis Kane from Purdue. So if you guys had to grade their offseason, what would you grade the Ravens offseason right now? Not Chubbs is starting it off smooth. I want to hear your thoughts.
I'm gonna give it an A.
Give it an A? All right. I'm gonna give it A-. Even though they did sign people, I think that you guys gave away 1 or 2 of your tackles. 1 tackle, right, Chubbs? Traded away a tackle, and then you lost a guard as well, correct? Yeah. So I think you guys, I don't think you guys, I got to see what the rookie does, in my opinion, so far. But I'm going to give you guys an A- is obviously the Derrick Henry. I think he did lose 2 key offensive linemen. But one thing we know about Baltimore, they know how to get offensive linemen ready and good to go. So I'm not worried about that. But obviously sending Justin Metabuke back and getting Derrick Henry is amazing dub. You did lose Odell. And I thought you guys would have signed like a traded or got another receiver to tag along next to Zay Flowers, which I think you guys still need. Obviously, you got Zay Flowers, you got Mark Andrews. So still got good. You guys got better. Derrick Henry is definitely a great signing. I would rather you guys did more of a running back by committee type of thing, like you've been doing the past couple of years, and get a receiver versus getting Derrick Henry. That's the only thing. But getting Derrick Henry is never a bad thing. But that's just my thoughts on it. Chubbs.
I'm gonna give my team the lowest grade out of the three. You guys, I'm very generous, and I appreciate y'all giving my team praise. A and A minus, great. Not gonna be far off from y'all, but I'm gonna give them a B plus.
See, I was gonna go with a B plus, but I thought I got an upper out of you, and I didn't feel like arguing. So
I'm gonna go B plus. Strictly, like I like what we did this offseason so far. We'll go break it down by position if we really want to. Josh Johnson, that's a good signing because he's going to be the reserve quarterback that you have when your roster every team has. He was there last year. He knows the system. He's only going to get in if all of our quarterbacks were to go down in this, which is very, very rare. But great person to have. He knows the system. We lost Dalvin. We lost J.K. We lost Gus. Picking up Derek. Picking up drafting Rasheen. We have different types of running backs across the board again, and we lost really quality players in that position, but we arguably got a top 5 running back in return in this league. So that's a big plus. We lost Odell. Odell, hurt. I thought there was a slight chance he might come back, just a very slight. I agree with you. I was expecting maybe a vet signing at this point, but I'm not overly concerned about that because we still got Zay. Rashad Bateman needs to prove himself. I know he just got extended, but he needs to prove himself. He really wants to be considered and get paid by the Ravens after these next 2 years. So I think he possibly could have a big year this year, even though Wayne's gonna laugh and think otherwise. But if you remember last year with the new offense, Rashad Bateman was accountable, and Wayne can appreciate this. He said he was trash, and he said I'm not trying to make excuses for my play, but coming off Liz Frank injury and not having that offseason to build that chemistry in the new offense with Lamar really set him back. When come game time, because he had no really chemistry at that point with his quarterback. Now he has this offseason to work with him and prove that was actually the reason. Because you can watch clips and Rashad Bateman's getting open. He's getting open. It's just the ball is not going his way because Lamar has a chemistry with Zay. Lamar has a chemistry with Mark. Lamar has a chemistry with
Bateman Cam Reddish.
It's supposed to be good that he hasn't really performed. I agree with that right now. I'm not gonna disagree with that, but it's not over for Rashad yet, is what I'm trying to get at. He's still relatively young. He still has time to really turn that around, but it has to be now. But I'm sorry I harped on that a little bit. The reason why I gave him a B plus ultimately, the two biggest positions that if you addressed it in any type of way in the draft, well, they did a little bit in the draft in the position, but addressed it in maybe like free agency, but the guard position wasn't addressed, and I don't trust our edge rushers completely. I know we picked up Adisa, great value pick, but that's a rookie. And you still got Ajabo who hasn't proved himself. You got Adafe who hasn't really proved himself. And then you got Van Noy who's older, but he had 9 sacks last year. And then they got Tavius Robinson, who was rookie last year, hasn't proved himself. So if they addressed that position and like in the free agency and brought a quality guy in, they missed the boat, I think, on really quality guys. I might have like an A- for this team. But the draft, I like the draft. I think Wiggins was an A. Rosengarten was a B+/A- pick. My third round pick was Adisa. I think that was an A- just because of value because he dropped. I think Tez was a B+ because it was a need and he dropped. And then TJ Tampa, that's an A. I'm sorry. That Ravens secondary.
that pick. I love that pick.
That Ravens secondary is solidified, I think, for years. Because you got Marlon and Brandon. Brandon Stevens is gone after this year. You can book it. I really think he's going to be gone. Not because he played bad, just because I think they don't. They're not trying to pay him when they got TJ Tampa and Nate Wiggins. You know what I mean? And Marlon's going to be a Raven until he retires. So I'm really excited. We could have added another couple more pieces to make, like you said, a receiver, maybe a vet receiver, and it probably would have been an A or A- for me. But I'm giving him a B+.
All right. Next team we have is the Cincinnati Bengals. This offseason, obviously, they signed Zach Moss, got rid of or traded away. Why can't I think of the running back name?
Mixon.
Joe Mixon. But they signed T. Higgins. Trenton Irwin re-signed. Got Mike Gesicki, Tanner Hudson, Drew Sample. Obviously, their tight end production didn't have a lot last year, so they got 3 tight ends. Signed Trent Brown, which was a big signing for them. Got Cody Ford to re-sign. Signed Sheldon Rankins as they lost DJ Reader. Akeem Davis-Garther. They signed Von Bell to a 1-year deal and stole Geno Stone from the Baltimore Ravens.
Hey, he stole him. All right. He stole him.
Then they got Amaris Mims, tackle in Georgia, Chris Jenkins, Jermaine Burton, which I love, McKinley Jackson, Eric All Jr., another tight end they got, Josh Newton, a corner, drafted another tight end in Tanner McCollum, Cedric Johnson at edge, DeJohn Anthony at safety, and Matt Lee, center from Miami. What are our grades for what the Cincinnati Bengals did thus far this offseason?
Man, go for it. You go.
I'm gonna go and say I'll give them a solid B- for me personally. I do like obviously they got a tackle, which they needed. Not moved by Mike Gesicki. The T. Higgins thing is cool, but you're just gonna lose him next year. So I'm like, you're just delaying the inevitable. I do love what they did with Jermaine Burton to replace Tyler Boyd, another speedy guy. Like I said when we originally had the draft, I love that pick. You get Geno Stone, you want some more secondary help as well. Sheldon Rankins is a good draft, and him and Chris Jenkins are good signings and draft to make up for DJ Reader, but you're never going to make up for actually losing someone as great as DJ Reader. So I think what they did in the draft was cool. Mims obviously get a tackle because you need some more tackle help. That means the other Brown, Orlando Brown Jr. is probably going to be gone next year, or maybe Trent's going to be gone next year. Either way, that guy Mims is going to sit for a year and learn from 2 good offensive tackles for every side wherever he goes. So I think what they did was cool. Geno Stone, like I said, was a good signing. Like the Burton signing, Chris Jenkins, he could turn into something. He was good at Michigan, but he also played with this great defense in college. So I give them a B- on what they did this offseason for me.
I'm gonna agree with you. I'm gonna give him a B-. T. Higgins isn't gonna be there next year. So that's just the delay and the inevitable.
They're better off trading him.
Yeah, I really believe it. I think he's gone no matter what. Same with Trey Hendrickson. I think he might be gone. But I'm giving them a B- strictly because I think they downgraded at running back. My personal opinion. Yeah, you got rid of Tyler Boyd, and you don't know what T. Higgins is possibly going to do the next year. Jermaine Burton is a great pick. I'm not saying that's not a great pick at all. But you're putting a lot of pressure on a young third round receiver, but could turn out okay for them. I know that Amarius Mims is for the future, but you signed Trent Brown, you got Orlando. who Orlando's still relatively he's not old by any means, and Trent's in his vet years, but he's not like super old for offensive lineman neither. So if these two tackles play well, you're in a predicament now with having Amarius Mims be your first round pick. And if I know that Bengals fans, the way they are on social media, these guys want to win now. So you should be making picks to help you win now. Not saying Amarius Mims couldn't end up starting this year. He very well could. I know he has been flirting with the idea of playing guard, which I think would be stupid, putting a 6'8" guy at guard. That'd be stupid. But hell, that's a big offensive line if they were to do that. He says he's very flexible, except for at center, is what he said. I just believe if you were to win, if you're trying to shake up the league and win now, you might want to go in a different direction. I believe they needed to use a pick on corner early. I don't think they really addressed Woozy leader. I know they got Cam Taylor-Britt, who for some reason Bengals fans think he's like really lit. He's a good corner, but he's not really lit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they did lose to yeah.
And they got DJ Turner, who's a rookie. Yeah, you picked up, but DJ Turner didn't prove nothing. But he's fast. That you know.
No,
what I mean?
He had a decent year. He had a decent year. He had a good.
But I'm saying he was the number one pick for them. They were talking cash money. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't like, oh my god, like. But he wasn't getting exposed like Emmanuel Forbes, so I'll give him that. I'll give him that much. But
he showed more than speed.
But they did good getting Chris Jenkins and McKinley Jackson because DJ Reader is gone, and you gotta address that. Even though they got Miles Murphy, who's going to be playing that in a role something like that in the interior D line this year. So I don't know. I'm gonna B-. I don't love their picks, but I don't hate their picks. I don't love their offseason, but I don't hate their offseason. I expect Cincinnati to be the third team in the AFC North.
Smooth.
I'll give them a B. I'll give it a lot of stuff y'all said. From the perspective of winning now, I think some of these signings were probably kind of win now attitude. Maybe. You look at their season, obviously Joe Burrow got hurt, but they finished 9-8. AFC North is always one of the most competitive divisions. So, I think, they kind of beefed up their offense a little bit. Like you said, Chris, they lost the running back with Joe Mixon and getting Zach Moss is kind of a downgrade. But you signed Brown. You signed. You signed. I'm sorry because I was looking at the Browns roster too, so I'm kind of mixing them up. But you signed Trent Brown, and then you re-signed T. Higgins. You got Jamar Chase. T. Higgins playing for a new contract, so you're gonna get some productivity out of him. I would have liked to see him. I mean, if he wants a new contract anywhere else, he's gonna have to perform. You got Joe Burrow coming back. But I would have liked to see them go after some veterans in the secondary. You had a lot of veteran free agents available earlier on. But overall, I think they did what they could. But I think they'll compete. But yeah, I give them a B. Wasn't too bad.
All right, let's go to the Cleveland Browns. This offseason, they signed Tyler Huntley, stole from the Ravens, Jameis Winston, Dante Foreman, Nyheim Hines. They traded for Jared Jeudy and then gave him a 3-year contract extension up to $58 million. Re-signed James Prochet, re-signed Michael Dunn, German Ifedy, Brian Allen, re-signed Za'Darius Smith, got re-signed Shelby Harris, Marcus Hurst, Quentin Jefferson, signed Devin Bush, signed Jordan Hicks, signed Tony Brown, signed Ronnie McCallum Jr., and got a kicker and punter. I'm not going to say their names. And in the draft, they only had a second-round pick. Well, that was their first pick, so they got Mike Holt Jr., got Zach Zinter, Jamari Trash, Nathaniel Watson, Miles Harden, and Juwan Briggs. I'm going to go out and say D for doo-doo. I do not like what the Browns did this offseason. I'm a Jared Jeudy hater. What Chubbs thinks, the way I think about Rashad Bateman is the way I think about Jared Jeudy. I think he's a bust. Don't think he is as good as people project him. I don't think he deserved that contract. I think Zadarius Smith was underwhelming as well, even though you can say he was good because their defense has vastly improved since his signing. Honestly, I'm going to hold my thoughts on Devin Bush, but I think we all feel the same sentiment.
Say it. Just because, you know how to say it. I don't want to hear he went to my school, so I know his dad. Say it.
Devin Bush has been underwhelming, and he will continue to be underwhelming.
Say it. No. Say the right word. He was a top 10 pick. What is he, Wayne?
He's a bust. Bust. Devin Bush is a bust. Devin Bush is also a bust. So I don't really like anything they really did. I think the Foreman signing, Naheem Simon is good. I don't get signing two. I mean, I get signing two quarterbacks, but I still don't get it because you drafted a quarterback last year anyway. So I don't get signing Hentley and then going ahead and signing Jameis Winston as well. So yeah, I just think once they didn't have the draft pick, I think Michael Hall Jr. is going to be a good pick for them. I'll say that. I think he's going to be a really good pick for them on that defensive line, that rotation. He's going to help out a lot. But outside of that, I'm just not satisfied with what they did. I don't think they put themselves a step closer to being a contender, in my opinion. So D for Doodoo Brown.
I'm gonna be a little bit nicer. I'm gonna give him a C+. Basically giving him C+ for the free agency side of it and the retaining player side of it. I absolutely hate their draft, so I'm not going to comment too much on it because I believe that they.
So they're not a C+, Chubbs. They're a C at best.
All right, I'll give them a C. I hate their draft. Besides their first 7th round pick, and Hall's not bad, but like everybody else you reached on, in my opinion. Yeah, you re-signed Zadarius. That's pretty big for your team. You did some moves you got backup quarterbacks, but I don't love the whole let me sign 2 when I got a rookie Robinson, which I don't know what the hell they're going to do with now. And you didn't bring back the most winning quarterback last year in Joe Flacco. So I think that was a mistake because he knows your system. Jameis very well. I said this a while ago. Jameis could very well end up being a starting quarterback at some point next year. It could happen. I believe people are getting sick and tired of Deshaun Watson over there. I think they regret doing this whole fully guaranteed. I think they have 2 more years of this, 2 more years or something like that. But I just don't like what they did. I hate the Jerry Jeudy. I don't hate the trade. I hate the contract they gave him. I really don't understand it. I mean, it's a decent trade in the standpoint of we got Amari Cooper and Elijah Moore. Now I'm putting Jerry Jeudy in a trio little wide receiver core, which is intriguing. But I hate that they paid him all that money. I really do. I think he's a bust as well. Wayne, I think Jerry Jeudy's a bust. But don't bring up Rashad because Rashad was a late 1st round pick when compared to Jerry Jeudy, who was a very early 1st round pick. So,
BUSD, they just picked up 2 busts this offseason, man.
So I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like Cleveland. They called the Browns for a reason. That's why he D for doo-doo. That's what Wayne said, but I'm giving him a C.
D for doo-doo.
Give him a C.
Rogue, what do you think?
Yeah, I really don't think they did anything. I don't think they addressed too much. They got a lot of big names already on the offensive side. I think they should have drafted somebody like a running back or something. For like late. They was going to do anything because of Nick Chubb. But who knows? That Jerry Jeudy acquire might be good to former Alabama players. 1-2 punch. We said Amari Cooper was still the top receiver in the league, but we'll see. But wasn't too impressive what they did. Didn't really address too much on defense. So yeah, I mean, I agree with y'all. I mean, D for doo-doo, but let's go C minus. Let's go D plus. Let's go D plus.
D plus. All right. All right. Let's get to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Obviously, I'll go last, but I'll let you know what they did. Signed Kyle Allen to a 1-year deal. Acquired Justin Fields in a trade with the Bears. Signed quarterback Russell Wilson. Signed receiver Van Jefferson. Signed receiver / running back / special teams guy Cordell Patterson. Signed Quez Watkins. Signed Michael Pruitt, tight end. Montrevis Adams re-signed. Dean Lowry signed. Stole Patrick Queen from the Ravens. Traded for Dante Jackson in the trade in which they exchanged Deontay Johnson. Signed Deshaun Elliott. Re-signed Miles Calabrew. Picked up Christian Kuntz, a long snapper, to a 3-year deal. And signed Bill Burr as punter, Cameron Johnston. And then in the draft, the Pittsburgh Steelers went ahead, and I'm not going to start biased because I was going to say something crazy. So the Pittsburgh Steelers went ahead and drafted.
You did not get the best tackle in the draft.
I wasn't going to say anything. They signed Troy Fainu. Drafted Troy Fainu in the first round. Second round, they got Zach Frazier, Roman Wilson, Peyton Wilson, Mason McCormick, Logan Lee, and Ryan Watts. Who wants to start on the Pittsburgh Steelers?
I'll start. I'll give you all flowers. You guys got the best grade in the AFC North from Chubbs. You guys got an A. All right, you got an A. You guys know that it was a nightmare last year. People wanted to talk themselves into Kenny Pickett, but we all really knew it was a nightmare. They needed to address that, either bring in a guy to really push him or replace him. I got Russ. I'm not the biggest Russ believer, which is I'm not giving an A for that Russ acquisition. I'm giving an A for you guys getting Justin Fields. That's the reason why. But if we're talking about quarterback acquisitions, I don't believe in Russ. I think Justin's going to end up being your quarterback. But I like what y'all did this year. I really did. In terms of free agency, or end trading, you picked up solid players. But you guys had an excellent draft. You really did. I really like y'all picks. Besides y'all last one, the last one was just, hey, let us pick up a DB. But Troy for I can't even say his name. Troy, he's dog. I don't know what tackle he'll play for y'all. I believe he'll play right tackle for you guys. I think Broderick's more of your left tackle. Troy is he's a dog. That was an A. Zach Frazier, you guys had issues at center. Still, you've been trying to find your center. This is y'all center. Like, this is the Steelers center, bro. He might start day one. I really can see it happening.
Ain't no might about it.
That's an A. I didn't think Roman was the best receiver available when y'all got him, but Steelers know how to draft receivers, and they obviously like his route running and what they see out of him. I think that was a solid pick for y'all. He's gonna be a Deontay Johnson for y'all. Like that's a replacement for Deontay, the route running side of it, because Deontay was an excellent route runner. I like Peyton Wilson. You guys got Patrick Queen. Patrick Queen is a great linebacker to pick up, and I was trolling and joking with y'all that in order for Patrick to be that caliber linebacker, you need to have a solid duo with him. He can't be the sole alone guy, because when I saw that and when we saw that with the Ravens, he was getting exposed at times. So you need to have a guy that's capable right across from him. Now, you guys have guys on the roster that you believe will probably be starting next one, but Peyton Wilson's a great piece to have for future, because those two are fast as shit linebacker duo. They will get to the running backs. They'll get to Lamar if Lamar tries to scramble. Lamar won't get 10 to 15 yards. He'll get probably 6 or 5 because those guys are right there. So that's a great pickup for real. And you guys got your most MAGA pick of the draft, Mason McCormick. I love that guy. He's a dog. That was I think personally, that is your sleeper best pick out of the whole draft. Mason McCormick.
Don't forget we signed Big Scotty Miller today too. So
I saw that, but Mason McCormick, I think should be starting day one. But I know you guys got Isaac. And I know you got James Daniel. So it's going to be a good learning from both those guys. But he is a dog. He is going to be one of the top guards in this league one day. Really believe it. And I can't believe I'm giving high praise to a Steeler. I'm getting high praise to a Steeler. And then, Logan Lee, great pickup. He had the highest bench reps, for D tackles in the combine. Very strong guy. He says DM, but I know he was an interior. I forgot what technique. I think he was playing 5.
Yeah, well, we're in the 3-4, so our DNs are early D tackles.
So it's a great pickup for y'all. And Ryan, well, I don't really know much about Ryan, but I give y'all an A this offseason. You guys definitely had the best offseason out of the AFC North. Now you guys have no excuses at all to be going 8-9 or 9-8. You guys got 9-8. Sorry, you guys haven't gone 8-9. No excuses, Wayne. You guys should not be going that 9 wins. With what y'all did, y'all should be a double-digit win team next year. Should be. If y'all aren't, if y'all 9-8, that's disappointment season. I think you should be upset as a Steeler fan, in my opinion, because you guys made moves this offseason.
Smooth.
Yeah, no, I agree. I give y'all a solid A.
We're 10-7, so we're not 9-8.
You're around the same thing. Is what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
no, I think we already kind of alluded to them being contenders this year.
Wait, no, we're not gonna do it.
We had some type of discussion.
No, because when we had the Russell Wilson and Justin Fields, y'all said same record. Shit not gonna be there.
That's what I'm saying. I think you did.
Oh, I think so. We did.
Yeah, no, you did. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No, they're not contenders. They're contenders for the AFC North.
That would make them contenders. You know what I'm saying? Top seed in your division. Well, I mean,
they got to go through us.
It just depends, but definitely better record.
Hey, wait. Hey, before we get into a DL, I just want to say, HE Sports, Wayne cannot talk to me about regular season W's against the Ravens no more because it doesn't matter because they haven't met them in the playoffs. So Wayne can't talk to me about we owned y'all. It's a regular season, Wayne. Y'all never played us in the postseason before.
We talking about us being contenders.
Nah.
Finish, Dio. We didn't mean to cut you off, man.
Wayne just pissing me off.
No, I definitely think you had a good off season. Again, y'all should definitely have a better record than in the previous years. In year one with this roster, Mike Tomlin being a good coach, there were good acquirements. I want to see how y'all DB is going to turn out. Porter in year 2, I want to see what he does. I just want to see what that defense looks like altogether. TJ Watt coming back, Cam Hewitt coming on, he's old, coming off injury and whatnot. Roman, good pickup for y'all, I think. And then Justin Fields being able to learn behind Russell Wilson. I think y'all have a solid little offense there. What y'all gonna do with Najee? This is last year.
We'll stop a long-term contract. I know
they denied his 5th year.
The goal is to sign a long-term contract.
But yeah, all in all, I think y'all adjust y'all needs on offense with the tackle requirements. So yeah, I give y'all a solid A. I'm looking forward to seeing what y'all. I've never hated the Steelers, but just not a big fan of them. But I like what y'all did this offseason. Receiver 1.
I'm gonna give us a plus. That's what I'm gonna give us, an A plus. You know why? We traded away Kenny Pickett, our biggest terrorist. We got rid of him, and we brought in 2 guys that I feel comfortable no matter what happens. They're going to be better than that guy, and with better quarterback play, like Chubb said, we're a double-digit win team. I see us going no less than 11-6, even though we have the 3rd hardest schedule. I don't know if you saw this, Chubbs. The top three.
Yeah, I saw it. Ravens got the second. Y'all got the third. It don't make any sense.
Ravens, Browns, and Steelers have top 5 hardest schedules, and the Bengals have the 16th hardest schedule.
Hey, best division in football.
It's kind of crazy, but I love our
acquisition. You know what's crazy? And all that, we still have 4 teams going to be going maybe pay the playoffs. Probably.
Yep. More than likely so. One thing I love what we do in our offseason, obviously quarterback play. The only thing I wish we would have did, we still haven't got a receiver, which I hear we're still on the lookup, trying to make a trade for a receiver. So I'm gonna give us an A for now until I figure out, because it would be an A+ if we still had Deontay Johnson. If we still had Deontay Johnson, this will be an A+ offense off season. But we did lose him, so I'm gonna keep us at an A. Love our draft. Built up the trenches. Trenches is gonna be good for the next couple of years. In 2 years, we might. 2-3 years from now, we might talk about the Steelers having the best offensive line in football, potentially, if these guys develop the right way. In conversations of the Steelers having the top 5 offensive line in football. Love the Patrick Queen signing. We need a linebacker. Love the Peyton Wilson draft even more. To pair them two up, really athletic. This might be the most athletic since we had Shazier and I can't even think of who it was. I just don't know. This is probably
you had Shazier and Vince.
Yeah, but Vince wasn't as athletic as these two are.
But I'm saying, that was the duo.
Yeah, so because Lawrence Timmons was old by the time Shazier became who Shazier was. So
then you got Devin.
Devin never played with Shazier, so
because Devin was because Shazier was done.
Yeah, so I love what we did. That I want to see what we do with Justin Fields. I almost slapped the shit out of Jalen Warren when he talked about him returning kickoff returns. I'll tell you that. But I give us an A for our offseason so far. So really, really respect it. Love what we did. Quick predictions. What are your predictions for everybody's record? Just off the bat, you don't see the schedule yet, who they played. You had to guess what every team would be. What would you give them?
Ravens probably going to be 12-4, 13 and maybe was it 13-4, 12-5, 12-5?
12-5.
Yeah, he'll either be 12-5 or 13-4. I'd see the Steelers being around 11-6, 12-5. I see the Bengals being the 9-8, 10-7, and I see the Browns 8-9, 9-8. I know I gave 2, but that's like the range. Because 1 or 2 games here or there could. So that's what I'll say. I guess I give you a little 2 possible. So 8-9, 9-7 for Browns. 10-7, 9-8 and 10-7 for Bengals. And then 11-6, 12-5 for Steelers. 12-5, 13-4 for Ravens.
I got Steelers going 12-5, Ravens going 12-5, Browns 10-6, Bengals 10-6. Sorry, 10-7. So I got the 2 bottom teams. I got the Bengals finish 11-6. I think it's gonna come down to the last game of the season, probably Ravens Steelers, on who wins the title. That's what I have.
Hey,
Smooth, what is your?
Hey, rumor is Ravens opening up with KC.
I'll be honest. For the first game of the season, Thursday night. That would be good.
But my bad, Diogo.
Yeah, the Browns going like 10-7. I mean, not the Browns, the Bengals going 10-7. I think the Ravens probably gonna have the best record in that division. I want to say like 12-5. Steelers going 11-6. And Browns just going 8-9. Let's say maybe 9-8. Actually, for the Browns 9-8, Bengals 10-7, Steelers 11-6, and Ravens 12-5.
All right, man. We're gonna end the pod here. Next episode, we'll get to AFC East, AFC West. We had to talk some basketball, so we ran a little longer. But till next time, man. You guys got anything I want to say to the people before we get out of here?
Not today. Not today.
Not today. All right, y'all know where to follow us.
Hey, and I got some. Shout out that day free.
Be Compton. They in the street can hate me. Fuck them all and they mama. How many options you really got? I mean, it's too many options. I'm finna pass on this body. I'm John Stockton.